Evmux. So I'm going to be fooling around a little bit on it right now. So I'm just going to play around. I'm not going to keep this broadcast up for long. If you are online, jump in, make comments if you can. I'm just fooling around with it because I'm trying to understand how it works. So I'm just hanging out on it and just seeing if anyone is online who wants to come and check me out. But I'm just testing some of the features on it because I am considering changing to this platform. So definitely over the holiday season, I'm going to be doing more and more test broadcasts on this platform. So I'm just checking some things out, as you can. So I'm going to test some new features out. So they got a lot of interesting things here I want to fool around with to see if they work. So one of the areas they got sound effects. So we're going to test some of the sound effects. So we're going to do air horn. Oh, look. What about crowd applause? All right. How about this? Okay. Just doing some testing out. They got some background music stuff here. So I'm going to check this soft hip hop. Let's see if this works. Okay, here. All right, so I'll do some fooling around here. Just want to see if this thing works. I'm gonna see if this is broadcasting my YouTube channel. Actually, I should go to my YouTube channel and see if it's broadcasting. That would make a lot of sense. Oh. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my YouTube channel to see if it's broadcasting. Let me check here. Okay, so it's not. Oh, it is broadcasting on my YouTube channel. All right. Someone's watching. If you are watching, you put something in the comments. Yeah, can you put something in the comments if you are watching me live? I just like to know if it shows up in my comments section because I'm doing something around here. Okay, someone was watching, now they're not watching. Okay. Okay, so music works. Let's check some other things here. Let me see what I can test here. Music, banners, comments, layers, viewers count, music, comments. Oh, what I've got to do is media files. All right. So let's check. That's a good question. What am I going to check here? These are uploads. So these are all media files. So let's check, see if this plays.
Hey, Dr. Vibe, this is Nigel Gordyke checking in from Waterloo in Southwest Ontario. I love your show, especially how it takes conversations that we're having in the community and expands them into the broader community so more and more people can get involved and engaged. That expands on the topics and takes them to a wider audience. And it enables more of us to feel engaged and part of the community. Thank you for including me in one of those conversations recently. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Much love. Hey, Dr. Vibe, this is Nigel Gordyke checking in from Waterloo in Southwest Ontario. I love your show, especially how it takes conversations that we're having in the community and expands them into the broader community so more and more people can get involved and engaged. That expands on the topics and takes them to a wider audience. and it enables more of us to feel engaged and part of the community. Thank you for including me in one of those conversations recently. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Much love.
Okay, so interesting enough, on the other platform that I use, StreamYard, once a video plays, it transitions back to the screen or the show. So that doesn't do that, which is interesting. Okay. Okay, so that is interesting. Gotta take a look at that. Okay. But so just out of curiosity, can you see? Well, I don't know if no one's on, so I'm just checking here to see. There's a viewers count at the top. I don't know if you guys see. I guess you just see it in studio mode. Let me just check what I see. Okay, so it does show. Okay, so it does show in studio mode and live preview. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see what else we can add here. Add a new layer. What else can we add? Let's see. What else can we add here? What else can we add? I don't know. But we got the digital clock. Okay. Add a giveaway tool. Polls. All right, let's check out this polls thing. Oh, option A. Okay. Okay, so I have to. Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, I need to get rid of it. How do I get rid of polls? Okay, that's there. Move from scene. All right. Okay, so I'm just doing some fooling around here to see how this thing goes. Comments, banners. Okay, I'm going to create a banner here. I'm going to create a banner. Okay, this change. Okay, so that goes there. Okay. Morning vibe. All right. So it allows you to create. Okay, layers. Okay, so their layers is, I guess, what assets is in StreamYard. Okay. If I want to take the viewers count, I can remove that. Okay, so that takes that out. What would be nice if you could move the oh, you can move the digital clock. And can you make yourself larger? No. Can you make yourself larger? I'd like to be able to make this larger. Yeah, but I'd like to put the clock over that part there. Is there any way you can move that? No, you can't. The digital clock. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's what I was looking to do. And oh, so you just click on it, does it? Okay. All right. Okay. I see that. Okay. I'm getting the hang of this a little bit. It's a little too bright though. Let's need to okay, I'm beginning to okay, so getting a little bit. Uh-oh, comments. Someone has a comment. Look who's in the house. Dr. Tachi. What is up? How are you? What are you doing up? Well, Dr. Tachi, you run your own network. So yeah, I am just doing some fooling around on Evmux. Do you want to come on in? I could send you a link. We can fool around. I'm not going to keep this broadcast up. I'm just seeing how it looks. I'm beginning to fool around to do our good friend, well, our good digital friend, Mr. Kirk Nugent Proud. So I told him I'd do a promise on his last Q&A, which was this week Wednesday. I'm going to do a broadcast this week, so I said I'm going to do it. So I'm just checking it out. So if you want to come and join me, I'd love you to come and join me for a few minutes. We can go live for a little bit, and I'm not going to keep this up, but I'm just trying to fool around with this because I'm trying to differentiate between dynamic scenes and pro scenes. You don't have to be on camera. You could just come on and be off camera. You like? Okay. Do you want me to send you the link, and we can just chat about this? I won't keep you up too long. I'm not going to be up that long, but throughout the weekend, like I think I'm going to do another test broadcast later on this afternoon. We have prime time Saturday tonight. Okay, great. Let me get a link. Okay, so I've just sent it to you. I'm going to just send it to you via Instagram DM. I think I have some update, and I also have some updates for you too. So I like that. Okay, I've just sent you the link via Instagram DM. So there we go. Oh, someone else has jumped in. 2 people are watching. Who else is watching? Tell me. Give me a comment. If I know who you are, you can come and join as I'm testing out this new platform. So tell me if you want to join us. We're doing, I guess, late night. Well, late night, I guess in the Western time zone, early morning in the Eastern time zone, or Central and Eastern time zone. I'm just doing some fooling around on Evmux. So I just, like I said, I was just going to do a gentleman who's encouraging me to use this to do it. So I'm fooling around to find out what's going on with it. So this, if all things being good, this will be my platform of choice in the near future. So as I told people over the holiday season, as we get into holiday season, what I like to do is uh, expand or just get some time to work on the things. Okay, look who's in the house. Add to scene. Okay, now this is where I don't know how to do this. Hey, Dr. Tachi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm trying to figure out how to make sure, like, I see you here. How do I make it so we're both
It's
uh,
the it's
oh,
the layout. I can't remember
okay.
right now.
Is it a layer? No. Dynamic. Okay, hold on. Dynamic grid. No. See, because I'm using a pro scene. So this is where, okay, if I, because I, now I've taken you off. See, this is, okay, hold on. I think, is it a sizing thing? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, but how does that, no, that doesn't make sense. How does that happen? Fit. Okay, hold on. Fit. Am I a fit? Shapes. Hmm. I'm not, this part I'm not understanding. How you, okay, hold on. I think I'm figuring it out. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay.
So
So no, I got it. I've somewhat figured it out. And this is why I'm testing with, so you and I basically are aligned together on the screen. Okay. Well, we're just fooling around with it, but
yeah,
I'm not I'm not a huge fan of the way you have to do this. Hopefully there's a better way to do it. I may just ask if I can get pay Kirk for an hour of a and
Tutorial.
lesson to get through it, because this I didn't like the way this happened. Because what's nice, I don't know, because I'm purposely trying on pro scenes, but I think if it was if I did it through dynamic scenes, it wouldn't be an issue, because it would come up automatically. But I just wanted, because I just on his last Q&A, I asked him what's the difference between dynamic scenes and pro scenes. So I'm seeing there's a lot more flexibility with pro scenes. You can customize it more, but I don't like the part here where you came on and it just I had to manage you and I looking balanced on the screen. I don't like that.
Hmm. I know there's got to be an easier way. Again, I played around with it, but I've just played around with it by myself, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't had somebody on.
But I know in dynamic scene that's a whole different game. But I just it just seems in dynamic scenes there isn't you can't how what's the word you can't customize as much with dynamic scenes as you can in pro scenes,
Yes.
which I'm not a big fan of, but uh, but I do see a lot of interesting things. So apps and widgets, yeah, they got add to scene, they got like okay, they got
It definitely has more bells and whistles
oh
than StreamYard does. It is,
100%. No, don't disagree.
yeah.
Don't disagree at all. So just to update you on some things, uh Melanie sent me the paperwork for her to start up. So
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this live?
I'm gonna take this off after it's finished. Yeah, I just no, I'm gonna take this off after it's finished.
Okay. Okay.
Um, what else? Yeah, because no one's watching other than you. So, and it's funny too, because you're yeah, no one's watching, and this is why deliberately I did it this time. If someone came on, I chat with them, and then I'm gonna take it right off after. By the way, loved the media kit and loved the reel they've done for you.
Yeah, and that's not even
It's
finished.
done yet? I know.
Made a bunch of changes that they have to
that
do.
that is out of bounds.
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice. We had a very long conversation. My he Shy and myself.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
him and Shy, they're something else. They are such a man. What a tag team.
absolutely.
Okay, someone is watching. Okay, I think yeah, someone is. Oh, they came off. Someone's on, and the one that I like and I don't like with this platform. You can put your number count up, but it also the viewers see what number the number count is. I don't know if I'm too much on that. But one thing it does broadcast, I don't care. I wouldn't broadcast to X, but it does broadcast to X, unlike StreamYard. Hopefully, Blue Sky will provide.
Well,
Go ahead.
but the thing is, with X, it doesn't matter anyway because you have to pay.
Yes, true. So it doesn't matter. But I hope Blue Sky provides an API that you can broadcast on their platform.
Yeah, that would be great. I think their main thing now is trying to manage the impersonators. Uh,
Mm,
that's something an issue that they've run into most recently. So they've got a lot of management to do before they add more features.
well, not only that too, but I logged in on my Mac here on Blue Sky. I can't log in on anything else. I don't know what is going on, but I can't log in on anything else.
Oh, wait, so meaning that you can't be logged in simultaneously, or
I don't know if it's that. Like on my iMac, I'm logged in. I can't for whatever other computer I use. I can't log in. I don't know why.
hmm,
Which just going. So I'm not deleting it from my Mac here, because I feel if I delete, I may not be able to log in again. But getting back to remember the uh, student that I thought was just disappeared.
Yes.
Okay, she emailed me and basically said, I'll actually read you what she told me. It was quite interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable us live and you talking about this.
Okay, no problem.
I think that's something we should do.
I'm gonna take it off, but no, okay.
I know, but just in
Yeah,
case
yeah,
it
you
ever
never know.
pops
No,
up.
I got an email from her. Just I'll update you offline on that.
Okay, that works.
Well, someone else is watching. So if someone else is watching, feel free to put something in the comments. Well, I'm just doing a test, starting to do some testing on this platform called Evmux because I'm considering leaving the platform I'm doing my live streaming on right now. So I do like the feature. I like the clock. I like that.
Yeah, there are some very interesting things, overlays and things that you can use. And already the banner feature is cleaner.
Yes. Yes, it's cleaner. I just wish that you could use some of the pro scene stuff in the dynamic scene. That's my only, and because you can't use you can't use the widgets in dynamic scenes. You have
Mhm.
to, which well, I'll test tomorrow if you can or not, but it doesn't seem like you can because if I could use all of this in dynamic scenes, that'd be good. But do see I love the aspect of some the music stuff like this. I like uh I like all right, okay, like this. Okay. Yeah, I just layers, viewer count, dynamic. Okay, dynamic. When it's dynamic group, does it allow? Yeah, it just, man, I wish. Yeah, next time I test it, I got to see because I'm pretty sure when I first looked at it, dynamic scenes doesn't allow you to add all the widgets, which is
Yeah.
so so. Now, who is this person that's watching? Is that you? No, it's not you. I know it is. I'm just curious. If you're watching, please put a comment and say hello. I'm not going to be keeping this up after, so I'm just curious who is awake other than myself and Dr. Tatcha or content creators at 12:31 on a Saturday morning. Jeez. OMG.
Yes, yes. Um, there is, I don't know, I haven't seen them do it lately, but do you follow Evie Mux on YouTube?
Yeah, do they not periodically do like? Do they do weekly?
Okay, so for a while they were doing weekly, was it weekly town halls, but they haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, the last one, I'm looking at their page now. The last one they did was streamed 2 months ago.
Oh,
I
jeez.
bel Now, so here's the thing with them, and I remember that there's one of the co-founders lives in Israel.
Yes.
So I remember that there was a little, with the whole thing that's going there, there was a little bit of
Challenge.
challenges, yes, with him coming on and such. And so it could be due to those things, although the other co-founder is actually here in South Florida. So that could be.
Well, and I think maybe another thing that may be part of it is so I do get a comment. Oh, look at this! Look who's here! Just Tornado.
Oh,
Well, you.
hey, Tornado, how are you?
Well, I'm just trying. So just Tornado. Look, first of all, my apologies. I haven't caught any of your broadcasts this week. But second of all, well, first of all, how you doing?
Yes.
Hope you're keeping blessed and highly favored. Second of all, sorry I haven't caught any of your broadcasts this week. Third of all, thanks for your comments on last week's Primetime Saturday with Aisha and Lala. We do that every Saturday, so we're doing it again Eastern time this evening at 7 p.m. So if you're available, uh, great. And actually, you know what, just Tornado, if you ever want to join in on the conversation, we'd love to have you as a guest if every once in a while, if you're ever interested. But just Tornado, what platform are you using? Are you using Ecamm or Evmux? I'm curious. And do you have any experience using any of those platforms?
Yeah, that would be interesting to know.
Yeah, because I have a feeling you may be using Ecamm, but I don't make assumptions. So I just like to know what platform you are using because I'm actually okay. Yeah, she's using
Ecamm.
Ecamm. She's an Ecamm lady.
Oh, I love Ecamm. Ecamm is good though if you're by yourself. Now, granted, it's been a minute since I've used it, but the thing with the software based encoders is that if you have somebody join, it's usually through a platform they have. Like, for example, I forgot what it's called for Ecamm, but Wirecast has a call, vMix has call,
Look
and
at
it's
this.
always
She does.
jumpy.
Look at this. She says I left StreamYard and made the jump to Ecamm.
Absolutely. StreamYard could be much more robust than it is.
Well, StreamYard could be just better than it is right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean by robust.
Yes. Okay. I like, yeah, like I said, so if I was a Apple fanboy, I would use Ecamm, but I have some computers that are Mac, and my main broadcast computer is Mac. But if I go on a trip or have to be somewhere remote, like I'm going out of town in the next week or so, if I want to do any broadcasts, it's going to be from a Windows based laptop. So Ecamm doesn't serve me unless I pay for both, and I don't want to. Well, I'm unlike Kirk. I don't have the bandwidth to have different subscriptions to different live broadcast platforms. That's the only thing. If I had the if I had the need to do more than one, I would. But ideally, I would use right now. If I was in the mindset, I would broadcast. I would use EVMux and Ecamm. But the Ecamm, I'm just trying to get an not Ecamm, EVMux. I'm just trying to get an understanding of how to use it. I think right now, if it's dynamic scene, I'll use it, but I just wish that I could incorporate some of the pro scenes into dynamic scenes. I think also getting back to what you were saying, Dr. Chai, I think one of the reasons why they haven't had a town hall, I think they're overwhelmed with the people that are coming over to their platform.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Although, and not to make comparisons, and they are younger than Gage and Dan in terms of their platform.
mhm.
However, Gage and Dan managed to do town halls
Oh,
every
yeah,
week, even when, remember, the pandemic hit and a whole bunch of people came on board with. So it's that
true.
same type of thing. So now, everybody's jumping ship looking for other alternatives like Riverside and all that type of thing. The other thing I wish that Evie Mux was that it wasn't so trying to be a professional encoder by making it so difficult. You understand what I'm saying? Because to me, Ecamm is easier than EVMux.
Yeah,
OBS is easier than EVMux. It's more intuitive. You can kind of play around and get here. It feels like you can play around to an extent, but there's still things you don't quite know. I'm like, why are you making it so difficult?
yeah. Like one thing I would say to them, they're the for I think for new people, the learning curve shouldn't be so steep. Like the thing with StreamYard, it is fairly user friendly.
It is. It is. If you're the type of person like I don't like to read directions. So
So just Toronado says, how does Evmux compare with Restream's upgrades? I have never put my head in Restream, so I'm not the right person to ask. Maybe Dr. Tachi, have you fooled around with Restream?
I've used almost everything. Um, I Now again, granted, Restream I used. It's been like 3 years, 2021, and we were trying to hook it up to, because you could also hook it up to Zoom, and the organization I was working with also wanted to have people join through Zoom. So okay, that was good, but I was so displeased. It was very janky. Now that was 3 years ago. I'm sure they have made upgrades, as like Tornado has said, that there are upgrades. I haven't played with it since then to know, because I was so disappointed. I was like, let me just stick with what I know.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've never used it. Yeah, I just yeah. The time I was thinking about using it, I went the Streamyard route, and I haven't done anything much else since. But Ecamm, oh boy, how much is Ecamm monthly? Do you know?
I don't know
Okay,
now,
so just
because well, there's some people I think were grandfathered in, so some people have like a version that they don't really have to pay for, if you got it like a long time ago.
okay,
But now I don't know what it. I don't remember. I can look it up. Let's see, or
just
maybe
maybe
Coronado
just
can tell us.
Toronado. Do you know, or what are you paying? Are you on a yearly subscription or monthly subscription for Toronado for Ecamm? And if you're comfortable, what do you pay for the service? And like I said, if you're not comfortable, no problem. If you are, no problem. I'm going to be taking this down after I get off, and then probably tomorrow later on today. That's another question. George Toronado, where are you based? Okay, so you're. I'm only a yearly plan. Okay,
So I'm looking now on the page, and the annual plan is $16 a month for
that's it.
standard, and then for pro is $32 a month.
That's not bad.
Right.
That's not
So
bad.
it's not bad. But again, you have to have a system that it's great, but you have to have a system that will be able to handle that. And so for someone, 32 for pro, yes.
So here's my question then, Dr. Tachi, with Ecamm, and I don't know if you've mentioned this before. If you have, forgive me if I'm asking you again. Does it allow you to have someone produce
No.
that? So that wouldn't be of use to me.
That's the problem with anything software based. It's based off of the person's machine. So you can't have any other producers but you.
Look at this.
Unless, oh, wonderful.
That's beautiful.
That is grace. Listen, I would, if I had that, I would find a damn way to use it too.
She
Whoa.
go. I'm only using my old M1. I'm only using my old M1 only. I don't even have a Mac M1 chip. So hold on. Okay, but hold on. Look at this. She's saying that Ecamm you can produce.
Now this is new, because when remember when they were having their town halls more regularly, I asked, can you have a producer where both of you are in the back end? And they said no. I said, do you have plans to add that? They said no. So you and another person can be in Ecamm. Well, and how does that work? Because it's on one person's machine. So how does the other person then join in to be able to produce?
Okay, so she says many of the users do it for a living, remote production. Oh,
That is so new.
interesting.
That is so new, because
Okay,
when
look at
last
this.
time I asked, it was no.
Look at this, especially. now with Zoom integration.
Okay, so they have Zoom integration now. So
Oh, okay. So, man, just Tornado, you are a wealth of info here. Thank you for sharing all this stuff.
wow. Okay, so have you done Tornado the and it's just occurring to me, is it tornado like tornado?
Just Tornado. Probably you. I asked you, are you? Something tells me that you're based. Am I right saying you're based in Texas? Look at this. Okay, look at this. Zoom and Opus Clips integration now.
Interesting. Wow. So have you done production with another person? So your name is Torah, and then you put the NATO on the okay.
I see. I was right. She is based in Texas.
Oh wow.
Tornado. You know what I need to, I whether if you I'd love to have you come in with us if you're comfortable. You don't have to be on cam. Just give oh, this is interesting. Something I just looked at something. Who's doing this? What is she doing to? Okay, hold on. Oh, why is this happening? Okay, hold on. Tornado. Just
Because
no.
this would be interesting to know if that's doable and how well.
Okay. So just Tornado. Are you on Instagram? If you are, and if you're comfortable, I can bring you into this conversation. We have a little roundtable live stream chat. And also, I'd like to know a little bit more about you. I am fascinated and curious to find out more about you because we all three of us have a few things in common. First, we're all melanated. Second of all, we go back to the blab days. So we have a number of things I think, and the more conversations we have, I think the more we have in common. So I'd love to have you join in. And like I said, after this conversation's done, I'm taking it down. I'm not keeping it up. Uh, so that's and when you're in Houston, so you are an hour, at least an hour, if not 2 hours behind us. Because right now, in the time zone that myself and Dr. Tachi are in, it's 1:45. And you say, what? And you asked what I'm doing up because I had a nap earlier on. Plus, I watched my Dateline tonight, so I'm good for a little while.
You know the other thing that I want to know, because with the downside with streaming software is sometimes something happens, your camera turns off, your computer dies, and if you're on StreamYard or something like this, the stream will keep going.
Yes.
But on your computer, that's not the case, because when your computer shuts down, everything shuts down. So the stream, from what I remember, still doesn't go. So I'm wondering if that's something different now with Ecamm, because generally that's the problem with software based as well. So
Oh,
everything has to be
so
on
she
point.
says, yes, it's 11:04. So she's an hour behind. She says, I just finished my Sabbath Bible study and saw that you were all on and popped in to say hi. Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But my question is, do you have a few minutes to come in and join us? That's what I'm asking. Because we'd love to get some knowledge from you. Because again, and again, we're Blab family, man. we're we're still going at this thing. We're Blab family. Okay, why is this? This is something's very curious about something right now. It's curiosity is going on in me about something. Yeah. So I'm just okay. So that person isn't good. Hold on. Let me just see something quick. Okay, that's just picture. No. Okay. All right.
Oh, and I don't know if you know this, but from the guest perspective, I can also see. Well, it's the same thing with live. What's the name?
Yeah,
StreamYard
comments.
comments. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, same thing. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I just you can just stay with, but this is dynamic grid. You can only place one layer of dynamic grid in a scene. I don't. Yeah,
I see what she said that she has. We'll do a roundtable soon. I have a 4 a.m. coming up to be up for.
4 a.m. What are you doing up at 4 a.m.? Oh my gosh. Wow, you don't sleep.
So you better take a little bit of a nap.
Yeah, you better get some rest. But yeah, like to get a round table. Just out of curiosity too, just Tora. How long have you been engaged with Kirk? Because it sounds like you and Kirk go back a bit. I'm fairly new to the how it all works family. So it sounds like you've been engaged with him for a while. And how did you two meet digitally? Oh, okay, okay. Look at this. 4 a.m. I sit on a UK with a UK church for their live show. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow, wow, wow.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so that means that's 9 a.m. their time because it gets well what well for you are you 6 hours behind then them? Yeah, you're 6 hours behind. Okay. Kirk, I met him when I switched to Ecamm in April. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
And your streams do look nice.
Yeah, geez, your stuff is on point. And nice setup. Really like the setup what you have going on with the show. Really good.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Really, really I said and it stretched me in a good way. Definitely stretched me in a good way. That is fantastic. Hmm.
Mm.
I'm gonna fool around with this thing to got some more fooling. Yeah, add new layers, AI generated slideshow. Okay, back. Apps and widgets, speaker. Add a participant who was invited. Okay, well, yeah, okay, that's no problem. Screen share, media share. Filter speakers, editors, guests. Media files. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's the only, yeah, that's my only right now that, okay, yeah, that, you can't, yeah, the pro seams is limiting. It's not as flexible as I'd like it to be. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah. That just when I do my next test, I'm going to test what dynamic scene is all about and how much I can add to it because I know that there a lot of these like these things. Okay,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
and you can use Windows machines. What? I can use Windows machines with Ecamm? What? I did not know this. I did not know this. Windows machine. Are you sure about that, Just Torah? If that's for sure, I may bypass this and go right to Ecamm. So do you know? So do you know of people that are using Ecamm on Windows machines? That's the big question. Just want to confirm that because what I may do is over the holiday season, um, get a 14-day plan, a free 14-day sample, and go for it. Because I was told that that is impossible.
That's yeah, that was my understanding too. So I
Okay,
don't know. There must be
okay,
workarounds.
okay. Hold on. Now I'm just looking at something. Yeah, that's what I've been told. Like I'm just looking like, oh, this is from 4 years ago. It's saying it can't be used where
He said
availability.
Kirk has a Windows PC in his setup.
Hmm. Is he? Hmm. It was. Hmm. I'll have to ask him then the next his next Q&A. if that's possible. Because if it is, I would probably go to um,
See, because he must have done something. Because I'm looking at the system requirements, and it says that Ecamm Live is a Mac only software
that's
company. We do not have PC versions.
that's what I've been saying. Hey, and someone else has joined who's watching. So if it's a secondary, but it can be done. Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, because I was like, he must have hooked it. Is it Jerry?
Yeah.
Whatever. There,
Yeah.
there is another no, Ecamm is great, but if we can make it work with a PC, that's cool. But there's also vMix if you are looking for something that is okay. Sorry.
Well, I'm just looking for something that's user friendly, right?
Well, user friendly is relative. Anything becomes user friendly once
O-
you become
Okay,
familiar with it.
user friendly for my level. I guess everyone's level is going to be different. For me, uh, again, because I'm so used to StreamYard, that for me was not a big learning curve. This platform here, love the bells and whistles, but the again because it's new, a little bit of a learning curve, and there's some things that I'm not too hot on. Again, that this pro scene thing is again, and I wish there were some tutorials that where I could well, I could probably look at some online, but for me, I'm better if someone is walking me through it. Watching video is so, but if I had someone to talk me through this and this, but again, I can right. The biggest thing right now is the pro scene stuff because I don't know. I'd like to add a background. I don't know how to do it in the pro scene.
Oh, oh, I'm trying to remember.
Like I see add a new layer, and I see media files. So I'm going to go to media files. Okay, so
Yeah, it's a layer.
yeah, but the thing is, oh, okay. Yeah, but see, this is okay. Hold on, let me just see. See, so can this be add? Okay, there's you. But see, even now, I can't add both of us.
Take care, tornado.
Yeah, take care. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will chat if you can tune in later on this evening or yeah, yeah, later on this evening. Okay, layers. Like see this is what the
Yes, tornado, absolutely.
I want to get rid of this thing. Okay, see if see if I can remove this. Okay, there. Yeah, because for me, I want to. Yeah, this is just become the guru and make the videos, and you will learn it and become the resident expert. You got this. As you learn, Evie. Oh, well, I think Mr. Nugent is a little bit ahead of me on that stuff. In regards to making the videos, but see,
Yeah, no, but she's absolutely correct. It's a question of using it. And for even though StreamYard is quote user friendly, there was a learning curve with everything for anything live streaming and using an encoder. So it's just a question of learning it. Even this is learnable. Yes, it's unnecessarily difficult, but it's learnable. And it's not even unnecessarily difficult. It's just when you're used to another ecosystem, this does not mirror the ecosystem of StreamYard.
hold on. Okay, I don't want this. Please and thank you. Gone. I don't want text. Remove from scene. Okay. Yeah, like for me, I need to figure out in pro scenes how to add a background layer. That that would be, if I could do that with this, I could work with this. So that's my next hill to climb on how to add. Just turn. You're good. She's saying no such thing as someone being ahead of you. You will have the people that relate only to your style and learn it. What? Dropping some knowledge. Dropping some knowledge. Love it. Love you. We have to have you on the show. Interview you. You got some stuff going on.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is to take some fooling around with. Yeah, this is going to take some, because I need to know how to add a background layer. Because I've got a bunch of media files, but I don't have, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't add a new layer. Is that this? It does it? Is that when they said? Does that sort of like what OBS putting the layer? Is that how you have to do it? Just build up. So should I have added?
Yeah, yeah. So
Should have
that
added the background first and then build on top of the layer of the overlay?
now I can't say that for sure with this because I don't remember.
But it sounds like it could
But
be the same idea.
yeah, it's the same.
You
It's
have to have
that
the
same thing.
background first, the media background, then build on top.
Well, but no, no, because the whole thing is that you should be. I just don't remember how to do it. You should be able to swap out and change the position of the layers, so you don't have to start with
Yeah, this is
the
yeah.
background first.
Okay, hold on. Let me just. Okay, there's this thing, but how? Let's see. Okay, that's there, but when you click on it, it doesn't shape, crop, maximize dimensions. It doesn't allow. Like I put this thing fully up here, but okay, hold on. I don't want to remove from scene. I want. Jeez, this is just replace image, copy, rename, remove. So I'll remove from. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it's sort of it's some maybe it mimics what OBS, how you can move around, but it doesn't allow
Hmm.
that. Hmm, it shouldn't be like that. You should be able to have the. I could be able to put a background and then put this on top. Okay, so okay, hold on, but it doesn't allow both. This is weird. Okay, now I think I've. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of the media. Remove. Yeah, there's. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
I also need to play with like I don't use my ATEM Mini Pro to the fullest extent. Um, so that's a switcher that I have, and I can actually go live directly from the switcher to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. I forgot where else. Um, but again, that's a situation because it's a hardware that I have. I wouldn't be able to have like a co-producer. I would only be able to do it for my stuff. So I have to investigate a little more because it's great as a switcher, but I'm like as an encoder, it's a piece of hardware. I'd love to learn more about using that to stream.
Scene and Evmux. Let me see if dynamic versus pro scene in Evmux. Okay, so I'm gonna have to probably watch some videos. But the funny thing is, yeah, the like all these videos I'm seeing with Evmux are like they're take well people have done are 2 years old.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. I whenever you look at these tutorials, most of them are like
Go see
older.
Builder. Okay, how to make your streams with profile. Okay, I have to take a look. Let me just see something. Protein builder. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Okay. Okay.
What's happening?
Okay. So just
Now something's weird with your sound.
something's what?
Okay, I don't know what you. Something was weird with your sound.
I was okay. So let me just mute this. I want to see what this guy's doing. So do background, add new layer. Okay. So I think okay. So viewers count, add new layer, speaker, guess. How do you huh? Huh. Huh. See, yeah, the video is just playing out. It's 2 years old. The UI is totally different 2 years ago than it is now. So it's there's to me there's like a disc. Okay, add, but editors guess. Okay, add. Okay, but it's already been done. Like it doesn't.
Is that adding me twice?
Yeah, this is. Oh, oh, sorry. Okay, you're back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take, but like this, I don't. It's. I have a little concern that you know when you tell me they haven't done a town hall in a while, and when I go on YouTube and I see the Evmux videos are from 2 years ago, and the user interface is different than what
Yeah.
they have up now, that's a little bit of a concern for me. Yeah, it's a little bit of a concern. Like, but I'm just seeing logo. Yeah, it's a totally different. Oh, let's see. Yeah, when I come back to this later on today, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna build it from the put the overlay in the background first and see if that's the best method of attack.
Mm.
Because maybe it mimics OBS where maybe a little bit, maybe I don't know if it does, but pro scene builder, okay, background music, yeah, dynamic pro scene builder. That's what I got to take a look at to see if it, yeah. Let me just try something. Hold on a second. Oh no, I'd have to. No, I'll do it from scratch. Someone else is on. So if you're hopping in, you should be in bed. We're not, but you should be. I'm just doing some testing or just fooling around with this platform called Evmux. Why don't you say hello in the comments and tell us where you're chiming in from? Yeah, we're just having a chat about things and just checking out this. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, my camera. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought you did that purposely.
No, what? Oh boy, here we go again with sometimes I have this stupidness. Okay, what? Hold on, let me just do this. Why? Hold on. Settings. What happened here? Oh, come on. Behave. Why are you doing this to me? Oh boy. Why am now when I do this in StreamYard, I can get this camera on no problem. Why is it? Okay, hold on. Let me. I don't know what happened here with my camera. Hold on. Let me check. Let me do this. Okay. Let me do this. Let me take this off. Okay. I'm back, but I also want to bring my Logitech back. Okay. We're back. All right. Yeah. Oh, comments. Someone has a comment. Oh, no. Okay. That's. Oh, hold on. Okay. No. Two people are watching. Okay. Two people are watching. The last comment. Okay. That was just. Okay. Okay. We posted that one. Okay. Tony. Yes. Hello from Jamaica. What? Now, I know you've been on were you on a morning vibe or were you on a prime time Saturday? I believe you jumped in on a prime time Saturday. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you're in Jamaica. Wow, my closest friend is back home right now in Jamaica. I'm planning to go there, everything being right in the first 2 months of next year
Oh, wow.
for a week. And so that what streaming services are we using? Well, well, I'll let Dr. Tachi go first. What streaming services are you? Look at people are jumping on here. It's like, oh, well, they jump back off. Dr. Tachi, what do you use?
Streaming services for entertainment
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, can you be more? Okay, look at this. Yes, yes, it was both on vacation with family. Good, you're going on you're on vacation. So maybe I'll take a tackle. If you're saying streaming services that I'm using, I'm. I hope I'm right in this. I'm using right now StreamYard, but what I'm using right now, I'm testing is a platform called Evmux.
right? So, podcast services
Oh, podcast services. Okay, what do you mean by podcast services? To distribute your the podcasts online? That can be a many different things. So, you mean to distribute your podcasts to different podcast platforms? Is that what you mean, Tony?
or consuming
Or
of both.
consuming? Yeah. So,
Because if I listen usually on Spotify.
and the funny thing is, I haven't put out any audio podcasts in a long time, and I know I'm missing out, but um there's someone who's doing some production for me on the morning vibe. That person is also um curating audio episodes of the morning vibe because I recorded a voice intro and a voice outro for the episodes. So that's one thing I've got to do over the holidays. Okay, when you say yes sir, okay, to do, if I'm gonna guesstimate that what you're talking about. For me, what I do to distribute my audio podcasts is a service called Libsyn, Libsyn. I have used Libsyn for wow, whew, at least 7-8 years. Okay, you said I thought. Okay, I thought your platform here on YouTube is a podcast. Oh, that okay. This is just me. I don't call this a podcast. That's just me.
You know, but that is an interesting thing because there are so many people that, because of video podcasts now, will call them podcasts. But from coming from where we come from, they're
It's not.
live streams.
Yeah.
It's a show. It's a live stream show.
Yeah.
And podcasting initially was only referring to audio,
Yo.
but now because of video podcasts, it seems like it's just gotten a general term, and they call this a podcast. To which I'm like, sir, it is not a podcast,
It's
ma'am. It is
not.
not a podcast to me. But I understand that terminology changes. So what I've started calling them is vodcasts, video podcasts. So maybe it's a vodcast or video podcast.
What? Oh,
But
you know what? From the day I started doing video, I called them vidcasts. That's a term I've used, vidcast. Because again, you and I are from the time where podcast was audio only.
exactly.
The true definition of a podcast is audio only.
And all of us in this world, we call it live stream. We call them
Yeah,
live streams.
live
We're
streaming.
like live streamers. So rather than podcasters, because I mean, we are also podcasters because we do have the audio aspect of it. But
100%.
for me, the audio, when people say, "Oh, I like your podcast," I'm like, "Well, are you talking about TV channeling? Are you talking about Mediascope?" And they're like, "Oh, Mediascope." I'm like, "But that's a live stream." And the thing is, we're probably not going to get people to stop calling them live podcasts. So
It's gone too far now. Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah, I don't this to me is not a podcast. It's either a live stream, a live stream or a vidcast. Podcast to me is audio only. That's just me. But I do have to as I said, I've been lax on putting stuff audio up. Why? Is because I noticed a few years ago the biggest area of growth was for me was doing video. That's where I was getting the most listenership, engagement, and growth through subscribers. So I sort of tailed off doing anything audio wise for a while, but I know I should get back to it. So that's actually thank you for bringing up this conversation point because I've got audio files to post on Libsyn to be distributed on iHeartRadio, um, Google Mute, whatever they call it now, Apple Music, Spotify. I've got files. I just got to spend, and actually that's some good homework I'm going to be doing over the holiday season when there's less interruptions. I can put those things up and set them for weekly releases.
yes, that's what. And Kevin and I are going to get back to our podcast as well once we have the help. Um, I'm also thinking about streamlining and things. So obviously, I do Mediascope. Instagram is included.
Yeah,
But I'm like, really, I need to shuffle everybody over to YouTube because
yeah.
Instagram,
I've never. I've. It's funny um when StreamYard first provided that service, I did maybe a little bit, and I said, nah, no, just this is me for what. This is just me for what I do. Instagram doesn't do it for me.
yeah. Oh, and Tony has a
Oh, this is good. We got a live Q&A going on here. So are you live streaming? Yes. So what services do you use to live stream with? Thanks for teaching me well, no, we're just using what we use. We're just making
yeah.
suggestions. You call it whatever you want.
There's no thing that's wrong.
No.
I hope we didn't communicate that nothing is wrong. Terminology changes, and guess what? People are going to call them podcasts or video podcasts, and if that's what it is to you, that's fine.
Okay. So now getting back to your question, Tony. So are live streaming? Yes, we're live streaming. So what services do you live stream with? I will let Dr. Tachi go first.
So if we're talking about the platforms, I use several, but primarily StreamYard right now because of ease of use for guests. So that's the easiest way for guests, and StreamYard build themselves when they first came out at for stability and ease of use.
Ease of use. Yep. Yep.
So, and that was just it was just so easy for guests to join. But now that their costs have quadrupled, a lot of people are looking elsewhere for their streaming needs, and hence why Dr. Vibe is here today. And I'll let him talk about that. But I have also used Ecamm. I have also used Restream. I've used other ones, but primarily right now I'm using StreamYard. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah. So for myself, as Dr. Tachi said, I for a number of years, StreamYard has been my primary broadcast platform because again, ease of use and professional look, and also uh, their customer service was pretty good because as Dr. Tachi and I were talking about a little while back now, about an hour or so ago, that the two gentlemen who created StreamYard would come on every week and do a town hall and provide updates. And you could ask live questions of them about different things about the platform. Uh, but earlier on this year, as Dr. Tati said, their prices quadrupled because they were bought by a company called Bending Spoons, which I believe is out of Europe. And uh, they also bought two other platforms that you may or may not be aware of. They for those who know, there's a platform called Evernote, which was I think before like online storage places like Google Drive came. That was one of the go-to places people would really have cloud storage for free. But when they bought Evernote, a lot of the free services of Evernote went kaput. And then they also own meetup.com. So Spending Spoons has a history of when they buy a property, a lot of the free services go out the window and they start charging for them. So as Dr. Tachi mentioned a few moments ago, when they bought StreamYard first, and the funny thing is, if you go on the StreamYard page, you don't see pricing. If you do a web search about StreamYard pricing, they don't give you any pricing. They give you features on that page, but they don't give you pricing. And it's sort of like a not good thing. The customer service has gone down drastically with StreamYard, but another people have left because again their pricing is quadrupled. And they when they increased their pricing, there were a number of features that they released saying, "Oh, you get this, you get this." Well, for the quadruple in price, the features they released doesn't justify the cost increase, in my opinion, anyways.
No, I agree.
Right. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think so. One of three things are going to happen, or one of two things. They must have thought, okay, we'll put up the price so much that if people leave, the people that stay, or the new people who think this is normal pricing, will make it a still a profitable venture. So the increase, the people who stay on will cover the churn that happens with the platform, or they'll say, you know what, we got to do something to correct this, which doesn't seem like they have. Actually, interesting thing, Dr. Tachi, during Kirk's last Q&A on Wednesday, I don't know if you were in there, but one of the ladies who used to work with StreamYard, Dana, who used to do videos for them, came in the live stream in the chat.
Wait, in whose live stream?
Kirk's.
Oh.
So and so I don't know if you go, and this is another thing. If you go to StreamYard's main page, Gage is still on the front page.
Yeah, no, I know. They still have well, here's the thing. They have nowhere near the dedication
No.
to excellence that Gage and Dan did. They just don't. They see dollar signs. That's the only reason you would double the price of your product because all you see is dollar signs. And it's basically like saying, forget all of you. Here's what the price is now. And there was it's not just about customers. It wasn't just about customers with StreamYard. There was a loyal, dedicated following where you could
Yes.
go inside one of the town halls, and they would know who you are. Gage and Dan would know, hey, welcome back. And they were very open to suggestions.
Yeah.
So there, we know that not all companies are the same. Nobody was expecting the people from Bending Spoon to be uh, like Gage and Dan, but the wanton disregard for the customers, that the customer base that they built, by the way, you had nothing to do with that. That was them. So why would you not take heed to what they've built to continue what you have? You can raise your prices, but why would you double them?
Well, quadruple them and double them. Yeah, but see, this is the thing. And here's the funny thing. I'm going to the StreamYard. So if you in your search engine put in StreamYard pricing, you will get a page. The first thing that comes up SEO wise on my web for my web search is their help center. It gives you all the features. Oh, well, now okay, so here's the funny thing, okay. So they now do have pricing plans. So yearly plans, core 431.88, advanced 827.88, and teams almost $3,000. Now the funny thing they do now, you can go to their pricing page. In fact, when you click on pricing page, it takes you to their main page. It doesn't say anything about pricing. It doesn't tell you anything about well, of course you're not going to tell about price increase, but yeah, they just give you yearly pricing. So it's it was definitely not very not cool, not cool. Like if you are doing live streaming or are just brand new, that's a hard. I don't know what to suggest. Again, everyone's at different levels. Like if I was going brand new into live streaming, I'd probably pick Evmux, but again, I think it's a little bit more. It's a more steep learning curve than Streamyard.
I actually would go with uh, if we're talking about ease of use and not necessarily features, I might suggest
Okay.
Riverside.fm.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier to it mimics the ease of use of StreamYard, but it doesn't have as many bells and whistles as EVMux. Oh, and
Got it.
asking about OBS. Yes, yes. I think we've all used OBS at one point because it's free and it's open source.
I have not used it to broadcast.
Oh, okay.
I've only used it because it took me forever to understand OBS, and then when I figured out, I said I was overcomplicating it, or it was. I guess I watched the right video at the right time on how to use it, and I got it. But for I've been wanting to use it for a long period of time, and for some reason there was a block. There was a block, and about a year or so ago, I watched a video online. Said this is the video that taught me, and I went with it. So, I broadcasting with now, Dr. Tachi, you had mentioned to me, I think offline, there are some limitations though with it when it comes to broadcasting, is there not? Or production.
Yeah, that's another one. You cannot have a co-producer.
Yeah. So if you're using OBS and you want someone to help you produce it, not good.
So, and the thing is, I think any of these things can be jerry rigged. The
Yeah.
point is, do you want to sit? Like, I personally do not want to sit there and figure out what will work to jerry rig it if I don't have to. Now, if I don't have a choice, then yeah, I'm forced to do that type of thing. But for me, there are too many options out there for me
Yep.
to spend time, and I personally don't have that time to sit and determine, okay, what can I hook up with this to make it work with that?
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, if the learning, I think for most people, the learning curve for OBS is a little bit steeper than the platforms we've mentioned. But if you are in for a challenge, and like for me, this platform here, EV Mutts, is a challenge for me, and it just and it and it and as it's no different than a few years ago trying to learn StreamYard. But for me right now, and just from my lens, the Evmux could be a little bit cleaner in regards to the platform. There's a lot of things there. There's a lot of bells and whistles.
Now, with OBS though, it's definitely doable to learn.
Yes.
It's doable to learn, and I'm saying this as watching all the people who have gravitated towards Twitch. And I know a bunch of people who were not, they're not video people. They were not live streaming or doing anything before the pandemic. And it was only during the pandemic that a whole bunch of people started live streaming. DJs got kicked off of Instagram, and so they had to go to Twitch. And Twitch is a whole different animal because there's a lot going on in there. There's the emotes, and then you put that up. So most of that is one platform that works. They tell you to use OBS. So everybody over there that's doing the dynamic type of live streaming generally is using OBS.
Yeah.
So it's doable
Yeah.
because these people have never streamed really before.
And I 100% agree with Dr. Tachi. And also, I would say YouTube is your friend. YouTube University is your friend. There are piles of videos on OBS on YouTube, piles, and just which person is doing it that you align with the best, and you go from there. It's just like, it reminds me, many years ago, I didn't know how to do a website using WordPress.org. Found the right video and did my own website, one of my earliest websites used from YouTube University. So, well, nothing against OBS, but here, that's another thing too. Funny thing, on my Mac, OBS doesn't work properly for me. On my older Windows computer, it works fine, but it works fine when I'm sending video messages with a software called Loom. But for broadcasting, it takes up too much system resources.
Yeah, that's another thing. You have to have a pretty strong machine in order to do this. So, and you really can't have it can't be the computer that you have a whole bunch of stuff on. You need to also think about what are you using for a camera.
Yep.
If you are also plugging in a camera that's another resource, your computer that's drawing off of your computer. If you're plugging in a microphone, that's enough, even though it's not as much. Everything else that you have plugged into your computer at the same time you're trying to use OBS,
Yep.
that's drawing. So you have to have a pretty strong system for that to work. And if you do, it can work. It can work, but just out of the box, if you're just going with what you have, unless you already have a system with lots of memory, lots of bandwidth, it draws resources. Just know that.
Yep. Yep. Like, so yeah, so with my yeah, because the computer I'm using right now, my Mac, has 40 gigs of memory. So this is where I do the majority of my live, in fact, all my live broadcasting on. Like when I go on trips, I do use a Windows laptop that has 16 gigs of RAM memory. So the key thing is making sure, if you're going to do live streaming, okay, making sure that you have the okay. So Tony says you should do a master class. I would attend. Oh, jeez. What is it? What are people up? This sounds to talk about master class. I do one if Dr. Tachi would do with we could do it together.
Um, what exactly have we mastered? That's what I'm trying to figure.
that's that's the question. What have we mastered? That is a good question. Oh gosh. Oh, maybe it's down the road. I'm sure something will happen down the road, uh, in that sort of thing. So, Tony, just out of curiosity, and ask anything you want, how did you hear about me? Because you jumped on, as I said, I think on a prime time Saturday. How did you hear about either myself or Dr. Tachi?
I don't think he knows me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't make assumptions anymore. I do not. You never know what's going on out there. So let me see if I can go back to my log. If it's doesn't do as well as my FaceTime camera. So leave it on the FaceTime camera. All right, we'll just leave it there. Just out of curiosity, I would attend a master class. A master class on what, Tony? What would you attend a master class on? Dr. Touch, I'm still saying that the stuff that Mario's team has done for you, magic. That looks so good.
Yeah,
That
and I can't
looks
wait till everything is like finalized.
and actually I downloaded that IG live he did today. So I'm going to over the holidays when he was getting into teaching and all that was just next level stuff and him just all the stuff he shared. What? Actually, you know what? This is a suggestion. You know what Mario should do, and it's not going to be huge on income. If he really want to invest, he should take the best of all his IG lives and sell them online.
He absolutely could.
That, and I have a lot of them. Believe me, I have piles from years ago. Funny,
Wow.
fun. Uh, so one of the students that is interested in joining us, um, I'll say this again. We're not gonna keep this up. So what I use for an incentive is I big up you about your experience, but I also at times say, hey, well, if you handle us, we can, we can give you some learning that you're not getting in school, and I'll show them a video of Mario in action,
Wow.
and they go, what? This? I say, yes, Dr. Touch and I are both mentored by this gentleman. What? What? So,
Yes. Oh, Doctor
oh, here
Tony Benzino has a comment.
says first it was IG. Oh my gosh. IG lives are just my posts on IG because I don't post that much on IG. I really don't. I'm beginning to periodically, and when I'll be totally open here. I can't stand the word transparent because I hear it every 30 seconds these days. Uh, I when I post on Instagram, I usually take a post that's done well on YouTube Shorts and just bring it on to Instagram Live. That's what I'm using to, and when I do have the time, I'll post on IG Live an upcoming live conversation. So actually, I spoke. There's got a lady that's coming on from the United Way from Greater Toronto. She's going to be talking about their 211 service, and also she does volunteer work for the Jamaican Canadian Association. And she's actually a past president, but she now works at the United Way of Greater Toronto for the last 2 years. But she wants to come on and talk about Jamaicans and citizenship. There's a number of Jamaicans who've been here for like some of them here 10 years and never got citizenship yet. And the thing is, with the way that the social political climate is changing in both our countries, U.S. and Canada, she's telling them, get your citizenship, because if you don't, you may not be living in this country long. So a lot of them are hesitant because they feel they're hesitant to try to take the test to pass to get their citizenship. And another thing, the cost now financially is of a heck of a lot more than it was even 5 years ago.
Mm.
But yeah, so it was a good conversation in regards to that. And then yeah, that was. There's some other things guest wise we're working on over the holiday season. But yes, I love this clock. I love this clock feature. I really like this clock feature, but it's not available in dynamic scenes. Jeez. Hey, next question, Tony. Watching the YouTube channel. Yes, well, I thank you for watching the YouTube channel, and you must be a subscriber because if you pretty much if you weren't a subscriber, you probably would know that now. We're on at 1:37 Eastern time on Saturday, December 14th. So that's probably how you know. But so did she say she's in Jamaica right now too? Let me just check. Yes, you are in Jamaica. Good, good, good. But yeah, dynamic scenes. Yep. Tomorrow afternoon I'll be this afternoon I'll be broadcasting again after I watch. Do you ever, Dr. Chachi, tune into Nick Nimmin?
Yeah, he's on Saturdays, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saturday night. Well, man, what a great show. Jeez, the amount of knowledge there. Oy.
Absolutely. So what I have to do is like I kind of balance with I have my days to watch different things.
Yeah.
So generally in the morning, morning vibe is something I always get up and watch on Mondays and
Thank
Fridays.
you.
Uh, I usually do now. I watch. There's subscribed to Cord Cutters News. I
Oh.
started with their newsletter and then discovered that they had a YouTube channel. And every morning he has news that's going on in the world of cord cutting, like what's happening with streaming, etc.
Mm.
And it's invaluable. He's so knowledgeable. I found out this morning that there could be there analysts are saying there could if Roku was to be sold,
Mm.
Amazon would be a possible buy.
Buyer.
Amazon, Target. So what
Target.
yeah,
Target?
yeah.
What does Target have to do with live streaming?
What does Salesforce have to do with Twitter?
Okay.
But Salesforce and Disney were in the running to purchase Twitter before this
Oh,
muskrat got it.
muskrats. Oh, by the way, I was watching Lala today on Fly Nubian Queen, and she referred to your governor as de Satan. I go, I wonder where she got that from.
Yeah, I call him Declantis.
The Clemens, whatever. But here's another interesting thing. What is going to happen over the next year or so with Discovery? With all their, like, is it, well, not Discovery, it's Warner
Yeah,
streaming services.
yeah. So the Warner, which yeah,
Well, I know that they've bundled them now into the streaming services into two different platforms.
yes,
There's rumor that they may want to start selling some of them off.
telling them off, yes, because let's be honest, the streaming business, everybody looked at Netflix and said, "Oh, we could do that." No, you can't. You have to have enough there to warrant people wanting to do that. And I don't think anyone has quite gotten a handle on streaming the way Netflix has. Okay, you can say Disney, but that's because they have their own properties,
Yeah.
right? And that's that's what they have. But there's so many going. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no. This is an interesting question.
Yeah. Okay. You want to go first? Or you want me to
No,
go?
you know my response to that, Queen Latifah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know
So,
why? You know why I said that.
yeah, ladies first.
Ladies first. All right.
So, my doctorate is in mass communication. So, mass media is my specialty, but I'm also a communication generalist because my other areas of studying communication are organizational communication and intercultural communication.
By the
But
way,
media is my thing.
did you finish marking all those papers?
I did because grades
Yay!
were due by today. We have
Yay!
72 hours to get
Yay!
grades in after
Yay!
classes end. So,
Yay! That's a win. Celebrate. Okay. So Tony, I do not have a doctorate. My online name is Dr. Vibe. So that is, I don't have a, I have a, maybe I have, you know what? I have a doctorate in epic conversations. That's what my doctorate is in.
That's all. That's all. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. So, uh, uh,
Oh, and this is the funny thing. Like I haven't, I forgot about the. I didn't forget, but I forgot to do something special for the ninth year of Mediascope this year. I forgot. So
oh,
yeah, usually I do so. I completely forgot. Well, for the past 2 years, I've been like, oh, okay. So I don't know because 10 is coming up. I probably will do something, but it is what it is. But this no next year will make 20 years since I got my doctorate.
wow, wow. You know what? I gotta check something. Sort of. So, if I am not mistaken, I just saw I have been live streaming for 15. I've been doing online shows, whether video or audio, for 15 years.
Oh wow, yeah,
I
wow,
just thought about that because I believe my first broadcast was back in 2009.
wow.
So, well, I'm up to over 5,000 now. So that's on not only platforms that I host, but other people's platforms. I'm easily now over 5,000.
Hmm. I'm glad you count because
Well, no, I just guesstimate because I just times and I say, yeah, I'm sure I'm about 5,000 now. So there you go, Tony. You got doctorate, and I've done over 5,000, and you know what? I'm enjoying it now more than ever.
this is the I've been saying this for a while that this is actually the best time to be involved in media. You've you've never had access to tools like we have now. This is unprecedented. And so if people are not taking advantage, this is why it bothers me when people are so clamoring after the larger networks and thinking that this is the only way to get your message out there. Well, are you doing it to give a message, or are you doing it just to be seen? Let's be real about what that is. And again, there's nothing wrong with being seen. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be famous or whatever the case may be. But there's more than one way. And if you are calling yourself wanting to be in this industry, you can't just be in the industry the way you think it works. You need to actually know. And if you are doing your research, you will see one of the biggest influences on media right now is social media, and namely TikTok, YouTube. And that's where the next generation, or yeah, this next generation of content creators and content consumers are. So if you're busy trying to have a show on CBS, my dear, you're leaving money on the table.
100%. They know that too.
They,
They
they do, and but they don't want us to know. And they still love low key or high key that people clamor after them because they so want to be there. But I keep saying this, but nobody listens. I'm like, they're not trying to greenlight your show. Why would they when they have people they already know, like, and trust and have worked with before? They don't know you to like you or trust you. It simply is what it is now. I root for you if that is the route you want to go, where you're trying to pitch to larger entities, to Netflixes, to ABC production companies that work with them. I wish you well, and I really want that for you if that's what you want for yourself. But if you put all your eggs in Netflix's basket, don't be surprised when they flip that basket like Jesus flipped the table in the temple and the eggs break, and then you don't have any eggs left. Then what?
100% facts. Facts. 100% facts. No questions about it. I'm actually just seeing if I heard a story today, and I just want to see if I can find about uh
I'm glad that you're doing that, and I'm probably going to get ready to hop off.
same.
I know that now I see this is why you're like, oh, let's meet at 10 o'clock. I'm like, are you crazy? but I see why now because you're up at ungodly hours.
This is not the norm for me.
Okay,
This is
okay.
not the norm. Like I said, I had a rest earlier on, and there were things I took care of today that I may have gone out, wanted to go out early tomorrow morning. No, I'm good. I'll be done by the top of the hour. I'm done. And I'll be up by about 7 o'clock. Do some exercising, and then probably watch a bit of Nick Nimmin, and then go do some grocery shopping, and then prep for prime time Saturday. I got the topics we're doing, so prep for that. But I have a very low key day tomorrow. Do some cleaning around the house. Low key day. The things I had to get really and truly that are non grocery are done. Actually, for the next 2 months in Canada. Look at this. Tony goes amazing. There's a world of knowledge between both of you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Don't be afraid to ask questions too, Tony. Whether we're on or offline, you can send me. I think you know what my email address is. If you don't know, I can test it out right now. How to post a comment. Let's see if this thing works. But yeah, so no, appreciate Tony. Appreciate the
Absolutely.
questions. Definitely make sure you're following Dr. Indie Soup Media too. Which from and I did remind Kirk. Did it post? Did it post? Yes, it did. Um I did remind Kirk this week that we've made a request to have him back on before the end of the year. So he says he's got to get to that. So he's aware. Dr. Taji, we should have you on the morning vibe before the end of the year to give a roundabout of the year in media.
I can do that.
When do you want to do it?
Let's see. So, well, you tell me. I have thankfully turned in grades for. I mean, we start class again on January 8th. So I
Uh,
think
so
tomorrow, what I'm going to do is go in and set up my other class. But and then Indie Soup ends next week, next Friday. So I can really whatever.
would okay, would a week from that's January. Look at January 23rd. We got what works best for you? This Monday, this Friday, or a week from this Friday, which would be the 27th.
We could. So Friday is the 20th, is it not?
Yes,
Yeah,
20th.
we could do the 20th.
Okay, we will do the 20th for that. And you know what would be great? Melanie will be able to watch from the green room.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah. So
Okay.
we'll do that and you want like a year in review
Yeah,
for
just you're in review from your lens in media.
okay. So a year in review and maybe I'll do some predictions.
Yeah, and your review and predictions. Yeah, that'd be great. I will make sure that set up for the 20th. I think we're just gonna Ryan and I will just chit chat on the
And you know what I need to do? This is what I'm going to be better at doing
better. Yes,
for the next year. I need to every year, and I know good and damn well you're going to ask me, would you like to come on and do this? Why don't I in January start stockpiling the things or earmarking the things that I think are the big so and I know this, but I just keep going on with whatever I'm doing. So then I have to go back and review everything that I've done in one swoop.
create a folder.
Yes, and yeah, I can.
Just create a folder when things of things I just put in the folder and timestamp them. What months they happened.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh,
look at this! Look at this, Doctor. Yes, on Instagram that
it's
uh
Doctor underscore
Tachi.
TACHI. Yeah, so it's an underscore and no period.
So um and we're gonna take this down. But I watched an old from earlier a few months ago a monthly get together from Mario in regards to something, and it worked perfectly in regards to. He always says, using AI properly. So what I did is I had asked him during a monthly call. He said, "What's a brand you want to get sponsor for?" I told him. So he said, "Do this. Ask OpenAI, what do you know about Dr. Vibe?" And so okay. So it gave me a spiel. Then he said, and then I said, "Okay, what do you know about this brand?" It gave me all the information, and then said, "Okay, Dr. Vibe is looking to collaborate in regards to sponsorship with this brand. What are the opportunities?" It gave me a whole list of things.
Wow, wow.
Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can. This is a,
Um, Tony, yes, it is. That is the correct handle.
let me
That's
just
my
see.
name everywhere, so feel free.
Yeah. So look at. So I'm actually gonna. And again, since this is why I like to do these at this time because I'm gonna take it down after, but I'm gonna show you the actual process that I went through. So and also allow me to what is it, to test this and then we'll call it a night after this. Let me just okay, so let's see how you I mean, yes. I mean, Dr. Chachi, yes, that's correct. Now let's see how you share a web source. Okay. No, that's not what I'm looking for. So I'd have to share screen. So remove from screen. Okay, remove. Um, hmm. Web source screen share. Okay, all right. What? What? Oh, that's not, I'm not looking for that. Hmm. So this is a good question. Media share. No. Screen share. What?
Yeah, screen share. Well, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but no, I'm just. What the editors? How do you? This doesn't make sense. This is not. How do you share but not a slide, a web source? Okay. All right. So renamed this.
That might have to be something you play with.
Yeah, because I'm just taking websites screen, but this is screen share, but filter speakers, editors, guests. I don't want to. That doesn't make sense.
Are you just trying to share your screen?
Yes, but
Yeah, at the bottom there's share screen.
oh, duh. I'm looking at over on the side. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. All right, let me. Okay, okay, window.
The web source is still up in case you didn't know.
Yeah, let me get rid of that. Ba 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 ba. Okay, hold on. Back. Web source. Okay, remove. Done. Okay, let's put this up. Okay, there's a comment. I don't want to know your comment. Okay, that's done. Okay, let's put this here. Oh, it's not. It's not gonna do the way. It's not gonna do what I wanted to do. No, I have to open. I'd have to have another. It's not good. I don't like that. I have to open it up in another. No, free Evmux. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think I'll be able to do this. I think. Let me just look. Email. Beat, Media Kit, Runway. Okay. Come on. Ripen, Alicia. Why isn't that? Why isn't that opening up? Oh. Okay, you know what? Audience survey, pitch tracking sheet. Why does it not have this open? Oh, there we go. All right, good. Okay, let's see if it's. Do you see? Oh, I got to
Yeah, you have to click it at the bottom.
just like okay, but see, it doesn't. Yeah, see, but it doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't do it the way you want it. Okay, hold on. Maximum. Okay, well that moved me. Yeah, yeah. There's. Yeah, it's not.
I'm trying to remember if there's a way that you can have these presets
Yeah,
before.
I think you have to. I think you can set them up. I think if
Yeah,
I'm going to remove, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to. Okay, this is why I
and
got
you just have to preset them ahead of time.
to play it around. But so yeah, but I did do that in. Did I tell you about Poe? That software.
You did a while back.
It's really good to use. Okay, what? This thing is gonna drive me crazy. But yeah, it. So I followed his instructions. I asked Chat GPT, what do you know about Dr. Vibe? Bang. What do you know about this brand? Bam. And then I asked, what do you see as potential collaboration opportunities between, well, I put in the fatherhood organization I'm a part of and this brand. It gave me sponsorship and co-branding initiatives, community events and workshops, national campaigns promoting fatherhood, digital content collaboration, like things like joint social media campaigns, branded podcast episodes, YouTube or TikTok series, then corporate social responsibility initiatives. It gave me so much stuff.
Wow. Yeah, listen, generative AI is not only the future, it's the present. So, and speaking of which, have you played with Sora yet?
No.
So, if you have ChatGPT, the paid version, and this is for you too, Tony, if you have ChatGPT, the paid version, the plus, you can. They've released Sora. They just released it yesterday.
What's Sora again?
Oh, Sora is the cinematic video maker.
Yes, I heard about it a
Okay,
number
so
of
let me
months
show you
ago.
what I've made really quickly so far.
Sora, yeah, I heard about this. I heard about it a few months ago.
Absolutely.
Sora is here. I see. Okay. All
Can
right.
you can
Video.
you see this? I don't know if you
Okay,
can.
hold on. Let me go back to. Okay, let me. There we go.
All right. So, is that no that why is it that's not the one? Ah! Okay, well, so I'll play it. You see this?
Yes. Oh, it's almost like you're walking through. You're got a drone.
Yes, exactly. So this because I work with a lot of realtors,
Yes.
I'm like, all right, what can I let me stop that share and then let me uh
Wow. By the way, did you see that interview that Mario did like last week with that guy who does drones?
yes, yes,
Oh my gosh. What? Did you see that drone pilot he had going through a restaurant? That was crazy.
yes.
That was crazy.
You're a good drone operator. Do you see this one? Yes. All right. So this now is people. And I was like, I gave it the prompt to do like a tour, a brief walkthrough.
No, you're kidding me. No, you're kidding me.
Yes,
Are
with
you for
realtors,
real?
I told them what I told them that the it should be a couple. The man is Latino, the woman is African with a curly afro. I described
Oh
everything in
my
this.
gosh. And oh, but there's four people watching. So hey, if you are on, say some comments. We're only going to be on for another 2 or 3 more minutes. Where I'm just doing some testing of this software, live streaming software, Evmux. But if you want to say hello, quick, and we're going to be off in the next 5 minutes, and I'm going to be deleting this from YouTube. So if you're in, come on down digitally. And there goes Tony says, wow, that is awesome. So this
Listen,
is available from the paid version.
for the paid version. So anybody who has the paid version of Chat GPT, and you just have to have the plus version, which is like $20 a month. This gives you access to Sora. So it's basic Sora. You can only make videos that are 5 seconds long. However, you can string like on your own, download them and string them together to make them longer.
Yes.
So you could do that. They also have they you can storyboard. So you
Oh
can
wow.
Yes. So you could make prompts in storyboards and it will give you each separate prompt as a separate little piece of video.
Video.
Yes.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, how can I do? I've already created a lot of AI images to use for some of the real estate stuff. So I was like, oh, we have to use this. So I said, let's see how it does with creating a realtor showing through. So, and then it's just blown me away.
That's impressive.
So play with it if you can, if you have the paid version of ChatGPT. So you would go to Sora.com and log in with your same login for ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and you can play around with Sora. Now, things still have a long way to go. I'm very perceptive when I'm looking at this because I'm also a filmmaker. So I noticed and I made one. I'm like, this is great. But then when she lifted her hands, the clipboard in her hand disappeared. I was like, there's a mistake. So there are still things that uh, need to be tweaked, and you have to be very specific in your prompts.
It's all about the prompts.
It's all about the prompt.
All about the prompts. It's all about the prompts.
Absolutely. Let me show you one more.
Sure.
Um, and here's the thing. You're not going to you if you're not very specific, you could do that prompt several times and come up with something different each time. So from the same prompt.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
so
Wow.
my sister was wanting, she had actually gotten somebody from Fiverr to do some like video Christmas card type things. And then, the price went up for them. And she was like, oh, well, it's too expensive. So I said, enter Sora. So I came up with this, and this is something that you can easily put your own text over. And keep in mind that if you have the version for the plus, there is a small watermark on there which you can cover if you know how to edit. So let me share the screen and window, and here it is. Okay, do you see this?
Yep.
Okay. So I told it to make a fireplace. I told it it should be snowing outside. I said the Christmas. I designed every little thing in this. So I was very specific with the prompt that I wanted. Kind of a modern-ish living room. I'll play it one more time, but you can see it did a really nice job. So those are some examples of the things that you can do. And again, you can also string all these things together.
Tony has a question.
Oh, sure.
It's at the bottom.
Is it better than Kling or now? I don't know how. I don't know the second one. I've never used that, and to be honest, I've never used Kling. But I will say this because because of the fanfare Sora has, I'd have to look at both of them and experience them to know. So I'm probably the wrong one to ask.
Okay.
And generally, sometimes here's the thing: with the you don't have to really say make it photorealistic. It almost does it on its own because sometimes with images you have to say, please generate a photorealistic image of an African American woman wearing a blue tunic with a curly afro. She should be what you have to be and say photorealistic, but you don't really have to do that with this. I've noticed. I'm going to use up all my credits I can see already.
Yes, I saw the limits. I said Dr. Chat should be within a week. She'll use it all up.
Well, I guess we get 50 per month, but and then it renews for me in January. We're not that far away. So, I will be more prudent going forward, but let me use up what I can now.
Makes sense. Well, thanks for the share there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
And thank you for having me on.
No, you know, you always have a home here, so no worries, Tony. We are gonna go get some rest. I'll be up in about 5 hours. I don't know how long Dr. Tashi is gonna get rest for. Tony, thanks for hanging out. Yeah,
Yes,
and
nice to meet you.
yeah, if there's anything else we can potentially help you with, please feel free to reach out. Appreciate all your support, and I'm going to play around later on this afternoon with dynamic scenes and see what I can add. But
Mhm.
there's some potential with this platform.
Yes, there is. Tony
Um,
has one more thing.
oh, this Tony. Okay, so she says you just have to be in depth with detail. Yes, that is the 100%. The prompts are everything.
It's all about the prompt. And I mean, this is why prompt engineers are going to be and continue to be in demand, because as a person, you can come up with prompts. Really, it's trial and error to me coming up with the prompts. When you see something that doesn't work and it's like, okay, well, now add this, can you take away this, and then take all of those corrections and put them in one prompt, and then save your prompts in a notebook, a notepad on your computer, so that you have those and you can just tweak, because it's about the prompts.
Uh,
And there are some great prompt sharing groups on, if you're on Facebook, there are some groups where they share prompts and you could see the work and they're like, and this is how I did it. So if you want to create something similar, there are lots of prompt sharing groups.
and also and that's one of the nice things with, well, all of the platforms, but with Poet it saves all your searches, which it does with any good AI platform in regards to prompt. If they don't save your searches, it's not worth it. It's not a good platform. It
Yeah,
should.
absolutely.
Yeah, if they don't save your searches, like I use Poe is Poe is fantastic because it's cut back a little bit on how much you can use. I wouldn't say daily, but if you can work around it. But Poe provides the latest Chat GPT-4 for free.
Yes, yes, yes.
So um so that's POE, Tony, if you want to use it. And if you have any questions about it, certainly reach out to me. But it's a great what's the word, aggregate AI search. There's also another great site called AI Writer.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me. There is another one that is black owned.
Oh,
Um, gosh, what's the name of it? And I do use it quite a bit. Uh,
actually, I'm going to put this AI Writer in the chat, Tony. You may want to look at it. It provides AI writing tools like article writer, title generator, idea generator, keyword generator, grammar checker, video script generator, story generator, ad copy, social media bio, paraphraser, slogan generator, business name ideas, hashtag. There's about 15 or 20 free AI tools via this site. So, got to give you a bonus for being up with us this period of time.
yes.
And Tony goes, excellent idea, Dr. Tachi. And then I'm
Thank
going to give
you.
you this website address. This gives you a whole pile of free AI writing tools. Haven't used it for a while. I forgot I added, but yeah, it's incredible. There's so many free, and it's been around for a while. It has been around for a while. And another thing, Tony, I'll share you a tip today from our mentor, today, well, yesterday when he was on his IG live, Mary Armstrong, his use of 3-word um, titles,
Yes.
very so. And if you don't know what we mean, Jesse Jackson, when he was running for president, what was his slogan? Keep hope alive.
Yes.
3 words. So
Barack Obama. Yes,
yeah,
you can.
yes, you can. Right? All those things. So though that 3-word thing is very key. But thank you so much. No, thank you so much. Truly grateful. Well, thank Dr. Tachi too. She was bringing the heat too. But yeah, that AI writer, not a lot of people. That one's been around for a while. Actually, I'll recommend another YouTube site. There is a YouTube site that this gentleman has over 1 million subscribers called Brett in Tech.
Brett in tech.
And he does a lot of great stuff, lot of videos about a lot of great free software, lot of great stuff. Brett in Tech, I would bookmark if you like. Get, and he usually does weekly, at least one video a week, no more than 10-15 minutes, 10-15 minutes long, with a whole bunch of free software stuff. Really good stuff. I have gained a lot of information on like that AI tool I told you about, writing generating tool. That's where I found out about it. Brett in Tech. Highly recommend. If you want free software, he does videos on, like, for example, Photoshop is not free. He has videos on best free alternatives to Photoshop.
See.
Highly, one of my favorite. That's, and it's one of those sites that I bookmark. Yeah, Brett in Tech does so many. Yeah, he just did one 18 hours ago. Windows 11 hidden features. Another one, 7 amazing websites, free apps in Windows 11. The best screenshot tools for 2024. Free screenshot tools for 2024. 10 free programs that should be on every PC. The top best 5 free video editors. Yeah. Yeah. Great stuff. Emoji panel tutorial for Windows 10 and 11. Great. I would say that you will get a lot of good free information. Has 1.4 million subscribers. Yeah, that's one of my go-to sites when it comes to, if I want to know about free software where I don't have to pay for that can replace some of the, like, what is it? ShareX. If you're a Windows user, ShareX is probably the best screen recorder for you. And yeah, screen recorder, image. That's a great free screen recorder, ShareX. And there's so many other things that offers. Let's go to bed.
Yes. Oh, one more thing. I
Yeah.
found it. I think content.
Oh,
I actually know the person who developed it. She's a black woman, and it's called I Think Content.
okay. And I just corrected. So, Tony, the correct is Brett in Tech. It's coming up on the screen. Brett in Tech. Check out. It's a YouTube channel. Check it out. I am fairly confident that you'll find some of the information that he shares and he's been on for a few years, but some of the information he shares on there will be very useful to you. It has been for myself, but I'm just going to suggest, and you see if any of the stuff works for you. It is now to say time, as Dr. Tachi would say, it's time for us to exit stage left.
Yes, thank you all so much.
We
There's a fair amount of people who watched. So thank
Yes,
you.
and I'm going to be deleting this in before I go to bed. So You're more than welcome, Tony. Hopefully we'll see you a little later on this evening if you're available on Primetime Saturday with the Isha and Lala, and maybe Dr. Tachi will stop by. Good night, all.
Good night. How do I get out?
Okay, let's do that. Okay, Dr. Tachi is gone. And I'm going to end the program if I know how to do this. Oh, end broadcast. There we go.